Hey, John, I stopped by the old Kwik Trip there for some petrol and some milk, and I went in, and it turns out, did you know Kwik Trip's making their own brews now?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
Welcome to Driftless Drinks. My name is Mark.
My name is John.
We have a brand new beer from the Kwik Trip series by Karben4 Brewing. This is the Urge Tracker Peanut Butter Cup flavored milk stout today, John. What do you think?
Well, you know, I'm familiar with Karben4, and I'm familiar with Karben4's earlier excursions with Kwik Trip, brewing beer specifically for them.
Yep.
So I'm really interested in what this one's going to be like. Although, I'm not going to lie, I'm a little afraid of the artwork on the can.
Yeah. So it's like, as we look at the can, obviously it has the Kwik Trip Kwik Series logo at the top, and then it says Urge Tracker. Karben4 always did some really interesting, like, spacey, psychedelic-y, kind of, you know, dorm room kids on a Friday night kind of thing.
It's really neat stuff.
These guys look like they're stoned out of their gourd when they do this artwork, is what I'm trying to say. But it's like, so it's, I couldn't even tell you what is this thing that's dressed. It looks like sort of like a cross between like a bumblebee and an antelope without a face. And then it's got like some sort of Star Wars garb and like Nerf gun bullets on a holster across his chest. And then it says KT. He's got a KT logo on his belt, some sort of like furry tunic. And then he's carrying what looks to be like a harpoon gun with a spork sticking out of it in his right hand and over his shoulder. And then in his left hand, he's carrying, is that one of the little aliens from Toy Story?
I have no idea what he is carrying.
This is really tough to describe. I'm not going to lie. I have no idea what the hell I'm looking at right now.
So I think, okay, so the two things that I know of looking at it is, one, it is a play off of, Kwik Trip had the Urge mascot. It was a furry-looking Muppet thing, and this is a play off that. Oh. And I think it's also a play off of The Mandalorian. So it's, I think, like the Urge mascot dressed up like The Mandalorian, carrying a spork that has that curved butt that the Mandalorian's rifle has. It's weird, and yeah, I think there was probably some recreational medication that was involved in creating this. That's not a slight on them. I enjoy their artwork.
I do too, but you know what's weird about this is I vaguely remember the Urge mascot thing. Mm-hmm. And I've seen The Mandalorian, like all 3 seasons of that, and that's amazing. And I never would have put any of that together. So thank you for piecing this all together for me, John.
Yeah, see, I think what he's holding there, it isn't one of the. It is an alien that looks like Toy Story. They're trying very hard not to get the ire of Disney by actually making it look like Baby Yoda.
Yeah, what was his name? Grogu. God,
Grogu. Yep.
I'm gonna get flamed so hard for not knowing my nerd stuff right now. As I go around the can here, it says Karben4 Brewing, Madison, Wisconsin, Peanut Butter Cup Ice Cream Stout. Now they add the words ice cream to it. Okay, 6.8% alcohol by volume. This is a pint, a full pint. And it has some sort of hexagonal logo here that says Beer Brilliance. We'll see. May the urge be with you. And then a sign at the bottom that says, is this the way? And it's pointed to the left. So if we go back around to the left, Urge Tracker, Stardate 01/20/21. Winded from the steep climb I teased. How many tracks could an Urge Tracker track? Very funny, rasped the helmet. Oh,
you went over my helmet?
The path in front of us split. Great. Now, which way did it go? I mused. This is hard to read because it actually, it's like the Star Wars logo. It's going up and away from you. Which way did it go? I mused. He scanned. Oh, God, I can't. I'm starting to sound like friggin' oh, God, Captain Kirk. I mused. He scanned the soil, then pointed. This is the way. Now I'm starting to sound like Christopher Walken.
End scene.
End scene. You'll love Urge Tracks. You'll love the beer. Now you love Urge Tracker beer.
Give me that bullhorn. Marco, how you doing in there?
Oh, John.
I don't remember Christopher Walken being in any of the Star Wars sagas. He should have been.
Yeah, he should have been in all of them.
He'd be a good Han.
I'm captain of the Millennium Falcon.
This is largely imploded on me, John.
You're talking me all wrong. It's the wrong tone.
All right, so as I turn the can over, there's a bunch of words on here that I obviously cannot put all together into sentences because it doesn't sentence out very well. Grab a can, read it for yourself. Maybe I'll take a picture. We'll throw it on the Instagram.
All right, I want to open this bad boy.
Okay, yeah, let me stop fumbling around with red words.
Oh, hey, before you do that, one of the things that I noticed on the Karben4, it's really hard to find information on this, like solid information. Karben4 has a blog post that if you hunt for it, you can find. Karben4.com/urge tracker. That's Karben, KARBEN 4.com. There's something behind that name that we should find out at some point. They do say that in this that Ryan and their production team figured out how to slightly nitrogenate the beer in the can, which is their first attempt at nitrogenation in the package. So they say that it is not supposed to be a nitrogenated beer, but that might add some smoothness to it. And I do not know how you do that on a small scale.
That I would actually say they sort of bury the lead on this whole thing. Like, they have another Kwik Trip beer. All right, that's great, fine and dandy. But they added nitrogen to the process so that it was slightly nitrogenated in the can when you pour it. So it's suggesting fairly healthy dump into a glass. Oops.
I don't know if that's the verb they'd prefer, but
right.
Yeah,
They're suggesting a fairly healthy hard pour into a glass so that the nitrogen can properly mix with the beer.
Right.
Well, should we give you the old countdown to crackdown?
Yep.
Okay, you ready?
I have to get purchase on it.
Wow.
Get those. Get the left-hand calluses underneath the thing.
Ray
bloody
purchase. Okay.
All right.
In 3, 2, and 1.
Our timing's never 100% on there.
I'm not very good at counting, John.
I'm not very good at timing, Mark. All right.
Let's see what you did there. I actually did try to rough this one up a touch more.
Oh, yep. Oh, just not in the lap. Not in the lap. Not in the lap. Okay. Woo. All right.
Holy cow.
So, before I describe the head, I'm going to take a quick picture.
That's a good idea. I'm going to watch John take a quick picture.
There we go. Disney will come knock on our door if we do that. You know that, right?
Yeah.
The problem with the problem with Disney. Let's just say this out loud. The problem with Disney, the real problem. Everybody's got complaints about him. The real problem is that Goofy is a dog who owns Pluto, who is a dog, and how do you resolve that horrible situation?
I agree.
I can't get past that.
I've wondered about that since I was a kid. I'm like, well, how come Goofy's a dog and he can talk and walk on two legs, but how come Pluto's a dog and he's got to walk on all fours and can't say anything?
Yeah.
This is really a sordid mess.
Disney has nothing to do with this other than they're like completely, dancing around the copyright for Disney at Karben4. But I get it. That's fine. So the first pour, like right away, got a nice foamy head. We stopped to take a picture, and the head kind of vanishes down to just this little rim of foam on mine.
Went down, 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 and the foam went higher.
Yes.
Yes.
So as I'm spinning this in the glass, there is a little bit of oiliness there, which
Yep.
doesn't mean much, except it might lend itself to mouthfeel a little bit. But as far as like keeping ahead, like a Guinness or something that's fully nitrogenated, it's not that. Which they didn't promise that. They actually said it wouldn't do that.
Not retaining any head on mine.
Yeah,
It is as black as a beer can be, though. I held this directly up to the light, and there is nothing coming through this thing. So
Nada. All right. I'm gonna stick a nose in it.
Sure.
Even before then, I can smell it.
I could smell it as soon as we cracked it. I was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah. Okay. So from a distance, cheap peanut butter. Like the peanut butter you get in and again, this is from the distance, not when I stick my nose in it. That cheap peanut butter you get with like Reese's knockoffs. People who are like, not making a Reese's peanut butter cup, but it's like the knockoff one.
Right.
And that's what I got. But as soon as my nose gets into it, it fills out. It smells much better. Definitely peanut butter is the first thing.
Yep. And then I'm hitting that roast next, and there's an element of chocolate to it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not catching
Yeah.
wind of any sort of like it's really hard to pick up because the peanut butter it kind of smacks you first, and then you can kind of you get that hint of the malt and everything else behind it, but it doesn't smell like overly like sweet. It doesn't present you with like a big candy, like chocolate and peanut butter cup bouquet right up front, but it does really smack with peanut butter.
And there's not much more. I mean, it's just that the maltiness, like you said, and there's some chocolate in the back end, and that's it.
Yeah, we're done nosing.
Let's drink it.
Cheers. There's the lactose at the back.
Yeah. That first sip is really odd.
It reminds me. So the first mouth of this, I immediately thought like, those Neapolitan candies that you get.
Yes.
Like
I know what you're saying.
It totally hit me with that, but like, I wouldn't say there's any like prevalent coconut in it, but everything else but the coconut was there. There was like a chocolate and like almost like a weird, and that's what I'm getting on the back end. There's almost like a hint of a residual berry something. It's really weird. It's because it doesn't taste like fruit, but there's this like after, you like when you eat like fake raspberry flavored candy or something, and then you get that thing at the back of it that hangs in the back of your throat, like it's that. And I don't know how to describe it other than that. So,
and so that the Neapolitan, the cheap chocolate is like right there.
Yeah.
The peanut butter is
chocolate
doesn't
extract,
taste,
like dried,
yeah,
like almost like an MRE kind of ice cream Neapolitan thing going on.
Yeah, there's no strawberry to it, but the thing that keeps coming forward for me is burnt. It's not the most pleasant thing in the world, honestly.
I'm right there with you. So far, there's a couple of different things going on here, and the best way that I can describe it is that Neapolitan taste, because when the lactose comes back at the end, like it should kind of sweeten it up and enrich the peanut butter and the chocolate going on. You would think that would help it along, but it just like all that other stuff goes away. Like the peanut butter on the nose, the chocolate, that little bit of bitterness that you're getting in the middle of it, then that washes clean away. Then that lactose sweetness, and it's almost like a scalded lactose sweetness at the back end comes back after that has faded completely. And then you have this weird disjointed aftertaste to it. Like it's not all there together. It's like there's this piece, and then wait a minute. Oh, here's that lactic, scalded lactose at the back.
Yeah, to me, it tastes like a cheap knockoff of a peanut butter cup, like Stover's tried to be Reese's and came up with something that, cost 5 cents on the dollar, but did not deliver.
And truly appeals to no one.
Okay, so here's the thing. Once you've had it, so if you take a swallow, so work with me here. Take another sip.
Okay.
Go ahead, swallow it. And then breathe out of your nose. And it's that lactose back end, that kind of burnt lactose, the peanut butter, and then cheap chocolate. And those three are coming together, and that's the only time they come together is on that retronasal olfaction. That's the only time those flavors. Otherwise, it's everything you said. It's just bouncing around and not merging.
I'm having a hard time with the aftertaste. No lie.
Yeah.
Having a really hard time with that.
It's a little rough, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm terribly disappointed.
This is I don't know if I can chew through a whole pint of this. I don't know if I'm going to subject myself to that this evening. The good news is I got 3 more cans of it, John.
So the thing we have to do is trade.
Yeah.
Not with each other, because we both have 3 cans. That would be silly.
Maybe
Why
like
bother?
someone in Michigan wants one, or I want to like it. I really do. But I cannot give it that. Can't give it a pass.
Yeah. So I would say that, okay, so we know that some people, that everybody has a different taste in beer. Everybody's going to like something different. We happen to be on the same page with this one. And our tastes are kind of similar. We differ greatly in a couple of places we could name. But and that's fine. So somebody might actually like this. So the way I would say this is,
wow, dude, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but I just went out to Untapped to look.
Yeah.
We are largely outnumbered at the moment.
Oh, really?
It's rocking a 4.05. I got to assume these are the people that work for Kwik Trip or something, but
I think it would probably, so there are people who are diehard Karben4 fans, and there's a lot of reasons to be a diehard Karben4 fan. And that's going to go a long way. So they're going to give a lot of latitude to that. And we're going to have to dive deeper into Untapped to see what people are really saying. The top one that I'm seeing is giving it a 3. I wouldn't go with a 3 out of 5. I'd be in the 2.2 range. I'm not going to not drink it, but at the same time, the other 3 cans I'm willing to trade.
Yeah, this is pretty wild to see the reviews on this so far. Like, I feel like I'm going to be the first one to go out here and just flame this thing, but
not if I get there first.
Yeah, to me, it's warranted. It's just,
yeah,
it's not for my palate whatsoever.
No.
I think there's a lot of discombobulation in this beer.
This, I think, just missed.
Yep,
just flat out missed. So that was Urge Tracker from Karben4 in cooperation with Kwik Trip, and I think I speak for both of us when we say, yeah, this isn't for us.
No. I mean, yes, you can speak for both of us, and no, it is not for either of us. But John, do you believe you could kill a man with a smoke? And then you say,
no?
Yes.
Yes!
Driftless Drink studio recording courtesy of HPJ Studios in Tomo, Wisconsin. Be sure to subscribe and rate us wherever you get your podcasts, and like us on Facebook and Instagram, where we feature each episode's brews a week or so ahead of time. Visit us at driftlessdrinks.com where you can comment on each episode and drink along with us on the Driftless Drinks YouTube channel.
Well, that's it for this episode of Driftless Drinks. My name is John.
My name is Mark.
Keep a cold one handy for us, but not this one. For the love of Pete.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
I always heard the love of Pete. Oh, jeez.
You get up north there toward Rhinelander, it's for the love of Mike.
Oh, you gotta go. So towards Rhinelander, it goes from Pete to Mike.
It's a regionalized colloquialism. So that was Urge Tracker by beer makers Kwik Trip and gas station Karben4.
I don't think we can say that.
Oh, okay.
No.
John, you better
that would be
do
hard.
that.